Hey everyone, welcome back to Bear's Workshop. In today's video, I am going to be risking life and limb to clean some solar panels for you guys so that you can see whether or not cleaning solar panels on your roof is worth it. We get up there, we scrub them, we're going to clean them with water, and we're going to see what the results are looking at our little solar panel chart and see how much they're producing. So if this video is helpful or if you liked it, hit that like button. If you want to see more content in the future like this, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and thanks for watching. Okay, so the first step on cleaning your roof, obviously, is to get on your roof. The hose I had to bring up, it's like a 100-foot hose. First recommendation is do not turn the water on until you get into your position, because you're actually carrying all that weight in the hose. It makes it very difficult to carry if the hose has already been turned on. So you want to have someone down below to turn it on for you. So you can see I'm cleaning everything off here. I'm just hitting it with the hose. Nothing too strong, but nothing weak. So the hose is actually blowing off most of the dirt, and as we'll see later, that was the main source of the problem. I've got my pool broom up there, and that's what I'm using to actually clean everything off. And I'm cleaning off chunks of bird poo, and at moments you'll see me just sitting there with the hose. I'm actually spraying underneath the solar panels and pushing out all the pigeon poo, and you could see some of it rolling off the roof. It's pretty gross, and I didn't get it all. The tile gets very slippery. That's why I'm sitting on my butt. So moving from one spot to another, just very slippery. So you got to be careful when you're up there and where you're spraying the water, because you really want to try and avoid spraying the water where you're going to walk if it's possible. But as you can see, there's pigeon poo flying down there. I scrubbed off all the hardened stuff and took care of that. On the other side of the roof, I cleaned two panels, and I only scrubbed two panels because I wanted to see the difference with these panels next to each other. Just like on the other side, I only cleaned the top row because I wanted to compare them to the bottom row. So those two panels get cleaned, and water does run off onto that third panel, the lowest panel, and takes off some of the dirt and kind of cleans it. It halfway cleans it, and in the results you'll see what the difference was with scrubbing and not scrubbing. So let's go take a look at that now. The first thing I want to show you is just the overview of my house. This is the drone flying over it, so you can get an idea of where the solar panels are. The orientation north is up. Well, depending on which way you're looking, but the driveway is north, so the pool is south. So the orientation on the panels, we've got quite a few of them facing east, but we have most of them facing west. There are 43 panels, and they have 300 watts each. The system size is 12.9 kilowatts for the solar panels. We do have an LG battery that's 9.6 kilowatts, I believe. Might be 9.4, I don't remember. But this is what we're working with, and I want to apologize. Some of this might seem a little old, even though this is happening right now, but the cleaning was done almost 2 months ago. And shortly after that, I got COVID, and that put me down for a couple weeks. Not like a down, but I just could not do any videos then. And I did capture the data for how the solar panels that I cleaned were doing, and took some screenshots for a couple of days, and was able to collect the data. And once I recovered, I didn't just jump back on this. So it has been 2 months since I actually went up there and cleaned the panels. Now, something to keep in mind here is that there will be a surprise at the end. The surprise is whether or not this is worth it. But I'll tell you what happened. We'll look at the first slide that I have here. Is what's outlined in red are the panels that I cleaned with the pool brush. I hosed them off, and then I scrubbed them down with my pool brush. So we've got all the panels out here that are lined in red. We're going to see if we can make that back to a pointer. No? Okay. So all this in red right here, and then I wanted to do some on the west side also. So I did these three right here. Now, as you can see, this is a reporting like 1.29 megawatts. This is the lifetime of the panel since I've had them installed. That's how many megawatts they've actually produced. And you can see over the lifetime, the ones in this top row have produced less than the ones in the bottom row. I can't tell you why that is. I'm sure there's people who might have theories as to why that could have happened, but I can't. Over here, these three produced roughly the same. There's some with more and there's some with less. Going down here, you can see the ones on the bottom seem to have a little bit more. But for the most part, they're fairly even. They get the same sunlight. There are no trees, no buildings. Nothing's blocking these panels whatsoever. So after the panels were cleaned and I got my first screenshot, here are the panels right here that were cleaned. And you can see they actually went up. They're higher than a lot of the other panels. Actually, I just cleaned these two. And this one right here didn't really get cleaned. I didn't scrub it. The water just ran over it and took off a lot of dirt. I couldn't help that because all of these are butted up next to each other. But we have, like, the panels on this side are suddenly producing, some of them are producing more than the ones on the bottom, even though historically these panels produce more than these panels, but now these are all higher. What I noticed going through these days, like this one is now 950. Let's make this a little bigger for you. So this one's at 893. The one right next to it's 834, 921 to 976. And this one is also higher than this one. I mean, it's not a lot. But this is about 5% more these panels are producing than they previously were just by cleaning them. Now remember, I cleaned them with a hose, sprayed them off, and then I brushed them off. So over the next couple of days, as I'm getting the data, I can see that the cleaning did have an effect. We've got these panels here. You can see them. They're all producing more than the ones below them. So my opinion of this was that the cleaning helped. And this is a screenshot of a full week's worth of the panels running, and you could see now we're at 3.63 kilowatts as opposed to 2.9. So that one's made almost 600 more watts over those 7 days. This one's at 4.04, and the one right next to it is at 3.59. So again, okay, this one is about 450 watts more. It's like having an extra panel. This panel, 4.28. This one's 4.01, 4.4 even, 3.51. So a lot of these panels, after cleaning them, they now are producing more than the lower ones when they were, like I said, historically less. So I kind of felt good about it because it was like, all right, this worked. And then a funny thing happened, and this is the kicker, is that it rained. And then after it rained, and I looked, I saw that all my panels were nice and clean and black. And all I could get out of that was, okay, they don't look dirty anymore. The rain washed it all off. And I went and I looked. This is just for today. But this is a month and a half later. But it rained 2 days ago. It also rained right after this when I first noticed this. But the panels are all producing about the same amount. They're all where they were previous to me scrubbing them down. And it dawns on me that the scrubbing made no difference. The hosing them off does clean them, and you will get more power out of them, but the rain is going to have the same exact effect. We didn't get a lot of rain. We are in Arizona, so it rains hard, and not really hard, not like Florida hard or anything, but it just rained here for we had a good period of rain for 30 minutes, and a couple times yesterday were 30 minutes. 30 minutes was hard rain. And the rain was enough to clean the panels. So if you live in an area like Arizona or California that doesn't get a lot of rain, taking your hose to your panels, you're going to see a difference. If you live in a place that gets rain once a week, twice a week, or just gets a couple of rain showers, you know what? You don't need to clean them. They are going to clean themselves. The dirt that was sitting on them, and they were dirty. The dirt that was on them, it's just going to wash away. And it's going to leave such a small amount that you're not going to probably notice a difference unless you're extremely anal. And you're, I want that 1%. I want that 0.05% back. But getting up on a roof and risking your life to get a penny's worth of electricity may not be worth it. Not for me. So in the end, yeah, clean your panels with a hose. You don't need to get up there and scrub them, but if you can spray them with a hose, if you got a single story, or if you can get your hose up on your second story, just spray them down. That's all that they're going to need. They do not need to be scrubbed. Now, if you got pigeons and doves and cockatoos and whatever living up in your solar panels, yeah, you want to clean that out because eventually that's not going to be good. So yeah, that's something to do. But getting up there with a pull brush or some other kind of cleaner, I don't think it's necessary at all. A hose will do it, and apparently rain will do it. So in the end, I'd like to say thanks for watching. If this video was helpful to you, go ahead, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you want to see more content, and we'll see you in the future. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.